Preview. Bonjour, everybody, and welcome to another episode of That 90s Spider-Man Show, where, if you hadn't noticed before, we talk about Spider-Man in the animated series, episode by episode. This is not one of those episodes, folks. This is another one of our mid-season between Season 3 and Season 4, where we talk about the MCU and all the stuff that's going on in it. And the problem with this is that there continues to be more and more every time we do one of these. But let's dive into it. My name is Henry. I'm one of your hosts this evening, and alongside me, as always, is Jack.
Yeah, we're talking today, we're not talking about Spider-Man the animated series, but we are talking about Spider-Man things and animated series things.
So technically, you're in the right place.
Yeah. So we were going to talk today about some of the Disney Plus announcements, mainly two of them. And as for the No Way Home stuff, I think there's a trailer coming out this week, and I mean, this is pretty classic us, I guess, that we're going to be doing our No Way Home thing at maybe exactly the wrong time, as we'll be like, what if this happens in the movie? And then the trailer will come out before I can even finish editing this episode saying, yes, it will happen.
You know, like, as a kid, I always wanted Spider-Man's powers, but as an adult, it's really sad to me the only power I got was Parker Luck.
Yeah, pretty much. But not MCU Parker Luck.
No.
Because that's a bit more profitable.
I would love some MCU Parker Luck, you know?
Go to space.
Yeah.
I thought it would be good if we start off with some of the news stuff. We might as well start with the Spider-Man thing, which is the...
Oh yeah, that superhero we like talking about.
Yeah, and it's the announcement of Spider-Man freshman year.
Is this like freshman year as in like freshman year of high school or freshman year of college?
Do you know anything about this?
I know that there's something called Spider-Man freshman year, and that is on Disney Plus.
Okay,
here's Spider-Man might be in it.
Here's the... I mean, all they revealed really was a logo, and I think the animated series is on Disney Plus, but it's a prequel. I think it's still...
Prequel to what?
To the MCU.
Oh, not like a prequel to like Spider-Man being Spider-Man, so it's just like...
a prequel, yeah, it is, but...
I'm just a normal 14-year-old boy with an uncle who's not dead yet.
Yeah, so the description that Marvel put out was, the animated series follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU, with a journey unlike we've ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots.
Oh, so it's going to look like shit.
Fuck you.
It's going to look like... what I mean by that is, it's going to look like like a cartoon from the 60s.
No, but like, I mean, the one thing they did reveal is it's like the font, which is like very classic, like the way they've done like a lot of the Spider-Man stuff, where it's like written on a notepad or something. Yeah. It looks like it's from a textbook or something, and basically that part of it strips away, and you get there's a little picture of a younger Peter Parker with glasses and everything, and he looks like... The style of it looks like a mix of a few things, but it kind of reminded me of like John Romita Spider-Man, which is like late 60s, 70s stuff. So it's still Stan Lee comics, basically, but maybe not like the earliest thing. But then there's a little bit of like the Steve Ditko Spider-Man, Peter Parker design with the glasses and the way he's dressed and stuff.
And it's like very long head.
Yeah, because he has got a bit of a long head in Steve Ditko days.
Yeah.
The thing that made me interested in this, right, is just the fact that it says a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. I hope it's not just the style, or like in terms of the visuals. That would be cool, but
I feel like nice. Style-wise, anything's a step up from the 2017 Spider-Man cartoon.
Yes, because that has like negative style.
It was like a fucking Newgrounds animation.
Yeah, I think I got 1.5 episodes into that show. I just really couldn't do it. I mean, the thing is, it's early Spider-Man, right? It sounds like it's MCU related.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably that means we're getting pre-Civil War, which means not Spider-Man in the Spider-Man suit. It's going to be all...
Spider-Man in a hoodie.
Yeah, like his hoodie suit thing, which...
I don't know, like, I like the idea of Spider-Man like having to crib together his own costume, but yeah. I kind of feel like what we've got in the MCU is just so far removed from that.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, it becomes less cool as a consequence. It kind of feels less like...
I don't think if you go... Because we're going into a different medium.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get away with it not feeling like that. I think what I would personally like is what we've talked about before is like, why don't they do a Spider-Man series that can actually go through all these Spider-Man stories, whereas the big movies do all the big stories that are less about like, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping this would be. And I hope that they don't restrain themselves so much because of the canon of the MCU. Because if they just had a thing where it was like, he can fight a bunch of his rogues gallery, and we can be like, yeah, this stuff happened in the MCU, but we didn't see it in the movies. Like maybe he fights the MCU version of the Lizard, or
and that Doctor Octopus, and like.
Well, I don't know if they'd go like that big. I don't know.
I feel like they'd have to.
But would they? Because they're already doing like I don't know if they'd want, if it's MCU related. I don't know if they'd want to be doing something where you start thinking, wait, in No Way Home, why did he not go, oh, it's like another version of a guy I fought once?
Maybe because like Alfred Molina doesn't exist in that universe, or he does, and he's like, oh, that guy from Bookie Nights. He's
No,
like,
but
why does he have arms now?
I'm fine with them doing it as part of the MCU, but I hope they're not so restrained by it that they're like, well, we can't do any villains that anyone would want to see because they might use them in a movie one day, and like he's got to be in the Homecoming suit. He's not going to be in like the
Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, I don't want him to be in the Iron Spider suit, but like, why not just like for a style reason, just be like, okay, in this show he has like what we think of as a fairly classic Spider-Man suit, but it doesn't have any tech in it.
It has like the web shooters.
And then anyone who goes like, wait, but that doesn't look like the suit he had before Civil War. The answer is like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
He looks better because he's wearing a Spider-Man suit, and I can put up with that.
He's wearing like a morph suit, effectively. I'm like, yeah, that's what Spider-Man could be.
Going on with that, we did get a couple of questions. We got a question from Andy.
Oh, Andy asked a question.
And
hey, Andy, how you doing?
He said, who would you have voice Peter in freshman year? An established Spidey or a new guy? And also, do we get the Uncle Ben story again?
Okay, so first question, I kind of think that
my assumption is going to be Tom Holland.
If it's going to be Tom Holland, I don't know if it will be. To be honest.
I mean, it's Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU. I suppose.
What it might be is like the Spider-Man from What If, and that guy just gets like a bigger gig.
I can't remember what that guy sounded like. There's been
it sounds like Tom Holland, but like a bad impression of Tom Holland.
What if it's like Christopher Daniel Barnes, and he's just like doing his like college Peter from the 90s, but he's doing it now as like a 50-year-old man playing like a 14-year-old.
Oh no, I have to go through puberty again.
Why did Nicolas Cage get in this podcast?
Because that's my casting for this character.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, he's already a Spider-Man.
Oh no, Uncle Ben is dead. Oh no.
I mean, we could get that. I'd watch a Spider-Man Noir TV show.
Stop giving Disney good ideas because they won't use them.
I mean, why not? Like, why not do? I guess they did do some Spider-Verse TV. I think.
Did they?
Yeah, where it's like, I think there's a Spider-Verse TV show, but it like looks a bit different, and there might. Or like a short where you get like a 5-minute like Spider-Man Noir story or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I think it's I'd say Tom Holland, but then I guess like freshman year, like it could be a younger Peter, and then you could get away with it not being Tom Holland.
I feel like Tom Holland.
But he has a youthful voice, so
yes, that's true. And he sounds like a child all the way through them, and somehow sounds more like a child as time goes on.
Yeah.
So maybe, like. That's one possibility, but I also think that now Tom Holland, and you kind of saw it in like the intervening years after Far From Home, like he's been like, no, I'm an actual actor, you see, I'm going to be in other things, and I don't think he'd want to, like, if he can help it, to be like, go back to playing Peter Parker.
Well, that's the other question of whether No Way Home will be the end of the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
I mean, even if it isn't, I don't think he's going to be like, I want to do more Spider-Man stuff, because this is all I will be.
But it's voice work as well, though.
It is voice work. But if he couldn't be fucked to be in What If, then I don't know how he's going to come back and do an actual commitment.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because like he had a busy schedule and he was like, okay, this is just like an alternate whatever. Whereas this is like,
but what's the difference between like this and I guess like the actual Spider-Man thing?
Because this is canonical, I think. Because it does say they make explicit reference to the MCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the description of this show, so it makes me think that it's hard, like set in the MCU.
Okay,
that's my assumption anyway.
So to answer Andy's question like directly, who would you want? Would you want Tom Holland to be the voice of this character?
We've talked about this before. There are a lot of talented voice actors out there. There's probably I don't know a lot of voice actors.
Well, there's Frank Welker.
Frank Welker, he can play everyone. It's fine. Frank Oz, maybe.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That'd be a good Aunt May. You're a little gremlin Aunt May. I to be honest, it'd be cool if it's someone I've never heard of.
I'm kind of hoping it's someone I've never heard of.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people who do like good voice work out there. I don't think that Tom Holland might be a great voice actor. I don't know.
I think he's got the voice to be a good voice actor.
But also, part of me is like, well, yeah, if you want to like not pay him, millions to do it, and then instead pay someone who's like their craft is voice acting and they're really good at it, and then get them on board, and then they do a good job, they will probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
And as far as Uncle Ben go, I think if they're ever gonna do Uncle Ben, this is when they would do it, I think. But I'm not sure if they still will. I don't think anyone's going to complain if they did it.
I think people will complain either way, to be honest.
Yeah, although it means they can't... If it's going to be the place they do it right, I don't think Uncle Ben's going to get any speaking lines. Because I think if they ever do Uncle Ben, they want to hold that shit back and then stunt cast the fuck out of it. Like, okay, we've got 2 minutes of Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks' Uncle Ben would be incredible.
Exactly, yeah. But the thing is that that's the thing, because they haven't done it. I think
he might be too old now to be with Marissa Tomei. Tom Hanks is in like his 60s right now.
I mean, he's definitely... I'm pretty sure he's like considerably older than Marissa Tomei, but Marissa Tomei is also way older than you think she is, probably.
She's like in her 40s, right? Or something.
Let's have a little look.
I think my guess is 44. And maybe she was born in...
She is 56 years old.
What?
This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, this whole thing
Aunt May keeping it tight?
Aunt May, like, being like, oh, it's young Aunt May. She's not even that young.
She's just really fucking hot.
She's actually the age that a teenage boy's aunt will probably be, Like, when I was at high school, my mum wasn't, 56. She was younger, so... Yeah. Well, maybe she was. Maybe that's just really accurate. And also, they want that, that Aunt May contract down. They're like, we can't have we can't have an actress that might die in the next 10 years because we need Aunt May to be in like the Secret Wars movie.
Wait, Rosemary Harris is still alive, I'm pretty sure, right? Or she died very recently.
Rosemary Harris?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, actually. I think she did die.
Sally Field is still alive.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a question of how willing you are to push these old ladies to their limit.
Oh, damn, Rosemary Harris is still alive.
Yeah, Rosemary Harris is kicking around. I know Cliff Robertson, who played the original Uncle Ben, is dead.
Yeah.
And Martin Sheen is around.
Tell you what, if MCU do Uncle Ben, but it's like CGI Cliff Robertson, I'm going to shoot myself in the head.
I was kind of hoping before, like, all this...
Sally Field is 75.
Sally Field's been around for fucking ages. She was old as hell.
No, but she looks great for 75. She looks as good of a 75-year-old as Marissa Tomei looks as a 56-year-old.
It's fucking crazy. Like, I think about, like, Forrest Gump and how she plays, like, Forrest's mum in, like, 1994. And then, like, 30 years go by and she's still playing, like, the same kind of old lady.
Okay, so Tom Hanks is 65. I think Tom Hanks, a 65-year-old dating a 56-year-old, I think is perfectly possible.
It's perfectly possible.
Especially older generations, I feel like age gaps like that were like more common.
I think so, for sure.
So,
I'm pretty sure there was no psychological abuse involved in their marriage.
Okay. We're talking Uncle Ben here, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no psychological abuse.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you would... Well, then why are we talking about it?
Because
just in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, I was just like, I want to go out on a limb here and say that, like, the age gap here informs me that, like, there's no psychological abuse between Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Moving sharply on.
Well, did we answer the question, actually?
What was the question?
From Andy about, like, do we think Uncle Ben will actually die in this one?
See, this is the problem with people. I want people to ask us questions on the podcast. Please send your questions to the 90s Spider-Man show at gmail.com. No hyphens, or just look in the description below.
Don't bother remembering all that shit. Just look in the
just look in the
description.
description below.
Just click a link, guys. You can do it.
The problem is I really want people to do that, and then they're going to ask a question, and I'm just not going to answer it. So what did I not answer?
So I just want to get like a definitive answer, like from both of us, because I kind of felt like we started talking about it, and then I got like distracted by like
Tom Hanks
and Aunt May and Mr. Tomei apparently just like being ageless.
Yeah. Let's just make the rest of this podcast us just googling Marissa Tomei and looking.
She's like my mum's age. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, but now we're just talking about that again.
Sorry, so I get distracted by like how tight she's keeping it. Sorry. I can say it one more time.
Okay, all right. Well,
okay,
you go.
So Uncle Ben, I do think that it will kill him because I think, well, the Tom Holland in like the MCU kind of finds a neat way to sidestep what they do, and like it's not really a central part of his character. And I think that's probably...
It's all implied, right?
It's all implied.
I think the hardest confirm we've actually got of Uncle Ben existing at all is the fact that he has his briefcase.
But it's more of an Easter egg.
Yeah. But like that's what I'm saying. That's the hardest confirmation, is that it has his initials on it. And I think, does Marissa Tomei in Far From Home say something about that was your uncle's, or that's an heirloom?
No.
Doesn't it? Does the briefcase get fucked up? Or he like loses it or something?
I think all the logic explodes at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
There's a bit like, all my stuff exploded.
Yeah, and isn't she like, oh, I don't care?
Yeah. That was just my like last remaining like
I think he says
it's okay, I'm some Dane John Favreau now.
I think he says, oh no, Uncle Ben's briefcase, and then she says, who?
I don't have an Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, my husband. Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah. That guy went out like a punk.
Yeah.
Happy would have tried to punch the guy.
Yeah, wasn't that right, Happy? Yes, Peter, I'm going to be father now.
No, I think like if they're going to do an Uncle Ben thing again, I think what they should do personally is like go for the ultimate Spider-Man's Uncle Ben a bit more.
Make him like a hippie,
like an ex-hippie, like chill guy who's not like, he's kind of like not an completely alternative parent, but he's like very empathetic and very like jokey. And like it's very clear that that's where Peter gets his humor from. And I feel like the best Uncle Ben stories I've read, like the flashback ones, have been like stuff about him and Peter when they were younger, and like Peter learning the sense of humor and the silliness, and also like the good moral lessons from him. Unless you're gonna go into that kind of stuff, I don't know what more there is to say. The death stuff, like it's not just that like we've seen it before, but like it's like, are you gonna be able to do it any better than Cliff Robertson stuff?
Yeah, because I guess there's no point in doing it unless to say like we're gonna do it, because the problem you have with, to make a comparison here, Batman, is that like you can do it perfectly in one movie and then you just have to go like, well, everyone needs to see these two fucking people die, otherwise we don't know why Batman is sad.
Well, you might even get it, if you do get it done again, you might get it done in the same way they did in Batman v Superman, where it's like a kind of a slow-mo flashback as part of introducing a character, rather than rather than like a scene of like people, like a Batman Begins type thing. I don't know if
it's like a whole like origin story thing.
No, I don't think so, because I don't know if they'd need to. But then again, maybe that's the point, like freshman year, maybe it's like there's not going to be a lot of villains. Maybe, for all we know, it's going to be like the first episode is like, you know, the first arc of Ultimate Spider-Man, where it's just like all about him learning how to use his powers, and then in the background, he's grown distant from Uncle Ben, and then the Uncle Ben stuff happens at the end of the first episode. Maybe we're getting all this context so that people like us can stop moaning about the lack of
Uncle
Ben. The lack of the Peter Parker stuff in the Spider-Man movies.
What would be really great is if like we have all this build up for Uncle Ben and he just doesn't die. He's just around.
Oh, he's like a dirtbag. He fucking left.
He gives him a pack of cigarettes and never comes back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my hope for Uncle Ben.
Turns out his Uncle Ben was Tony.
Yeah.
He just used a fake name.
So a fake mustache.
Wait, a fake mustache over his mustache?
Yeah.
Groucho glasses.
Yeah, exactly, like a fake nose.
Okay, should we move on to X-Men
Just looks
97?
like Stalin.
X-Men 97, right?
In 2021.
Well, 2022 or 3? But anyway, X-Men 97 is a follow-up to the X-Men animated series from the 90s, which of course
From
crossed...
1997.
97 is the last year it
Mhm.
aired. Of course, this crossed over with the Spider-Man animated series, which we talk about sometimes.
Yeah.
And we talked about that in what's it called again?
Beats by Beast.
Beats by Beast
and Swarm Mutant Bathhouse.
Yeah, those episodes you go back to season 2 and you can hear us talk about the X-Men's crossover there.
Yeah. That's what they're about, by the way, because it's really not clear.
And basically, so there was rumors about this before, but it seems like they're actually continuing it. Partly because I think, even though I think like there's been loads of X-Men cartoons and media, and X-Men Evolution, I think, is still a good show that people like.
Mm-hmm.
But X-Men the animated series is like definitive one. Did 5 seasons. They did a load of major X-Men stories, so it's a pretty definitive thing, and I think it was very authentic in a lot of ways, and I think people really liked it, and that's why it's
stood the test of time. Really.
Yeah, and that's why it's coming back as well. And I think this is a fascinating idea that they're actually doing this. And this is actually the first time I'd be excited about some like Marvel news in a while.
This is one of those things where if it was any other property, I'd be like, fuck off, Disney. Because like it feels like a very nostalgia-based thing to do.
But the thing is, if you're
like,
actually doing it though, right, it's not like like if they're using the same general animation style.
All those animators are all dead. The guys are recreated.
I don't think they like took their style to the grave. Also, they're not dead. What are you talking about? It was like 20
Lots of things
years
can
ago.
happen in 20 years.
Speaking of people,
I think in like 1997, after the show ended, they were all taken out back and executed. Just a ton of old yellers.
Okay, so
what I was gonna say though, it kind of solves the problem of like Disney buying Fox and being like, we've got all this like X-Men property to kind of get into here, but we can't like fold it entirely into our movies just yet. And instead of being like, here's like another X-Men movie that no one fucking wants, let's take some time to actually like use this in a cleverer way. I think that's what it's really fascinating to me. And it also kind of confirms to me that we're going to get a Fantastic Four movie.
Why?
Because I don't think they do both as animated series.
Well, the thing is, with X-Men, they got a property that people remember to reinvigorate. I don't think anyone remembers the 94 Fantastic Four cartoon.
No. I forgot that it existed until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, and then there was one in like 2005 or something that I watched.
Again,
that was alright, I think. I don't know. But going into this, the head writer and executive producer on this is, I'm not sure how to say his name, Beau DeMayo, who's a writer. He's written for this like Witcher Netflix cartoon or something.
There's a cartoon for The Witcher?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no idea what's going on in the world anymore. I don't know what happened.
There's a Spider-Man movie coming out soon as well.
Who's Spider-Man?
He's this guy called like, I don't know, like Ben Reilly or something.
Okay, that dickhead.
Anyway, this guy is like also writing on the Moon Knight show. But like there's I don't know what he's like, but apparently
I don't know what dirt he has on Disney executives, because that's a lot of good work.
He's also consulting on the series are Eric and Julia Lewald and director Larry Houston, who worked on the original series. Okay. So I think like maybe like a lot of the, I don't know who's coming back in terms of like the crew
or the animators.
The animators, what? Yeah, I mean, you keep saying animators. I don't. I
if
think
they're alive.
I think you could have a director who's going by the style, and then you don't need to get each individual animator from 97 to come back.
It should be impossible.
Because they all died in
they
your
were
canon.
executed.
Yeah, okay, sure. A bunch of fucking voice actors come back, and this is the interesting thing. For one thing, most importantly, Cole Dodd is coming back as Wolverine. He's got that good Wolverine voice. Yeah. That's what if they replace the voice actors, I'd almost not want to watch it.
I'd only accept like replacing the voice actor for Wolverine if it was Hugh Jackman.
No, I would hate that. I would hate that. No,
I would love how much he would hate doing it.
No, let Hugh.
I thought I was out. Don't let me back in.
Let Hugh Jackman.
Let me do a fucking musical for fuck's sake.
Let him sleep on his pile of money.
Yeah,
he's fine. We also got Lenore Zantz coming back as Rogue. who weirdly enough, when I looked up, because I googled all these people, she was in like Canadian politics until recently. I think she was like an MP.
Oh right, so it's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger situation where she's coming back.
You got the voice actor for Beast is coming back, which is probably more important than Wolverine. I love that Beast.
I kind of want Kelsey Grammer now.
All right.
Like, I think
I'm gonna.
I know they're not gonna do this, but I feel like you probably blended some of like the movies.
Boo you?
I'm surprised you haven't booed me yet. Really.
Okay, if you're at home listening to this, even if you're on public transport or in a car or whatever you're doing, like, please just boo your phone.
Yeah, boo your phone. That's my request to you this evening. Sorry, yes, go on.
I mean, I love Kelsey Grammer, but like,
I love Kelsey Grammer, and like, you can do voice work.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Let's bring fucking Vinnie Jones back to voice the Juggernaut as well while you're at it.
Yeah, why not? He's not doing anything.
The voice actors for Mr. Sinister and Nightcrawler are back, as well as the people who played Storm and Gambit.
Oh, we're gonna go to that Cajun Gambit.
Catherine Disher, who voiced Jean Grey and Dazzler, is back. She also voiced Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3, interestingly.
Sweet.
Also, Alison Court, who voiced Jubilee, is back. She also was in Resident Evil as Claire. But anyway, she's...
Which Resident Evil was that?
Resident Evil 2. I think she might be in more, though.
Cool.
But anyway, she's starting to. Anyway, Alison Court, interesting thing, though, is she played Jubilee in the original cartoon. She's come back. She's not going to voice Jubilee, though. They're going to get someone else. And she has said before that she wouldn't voice Jubilee again because Jubilee is an Asian American character, and she thinks that animation.
That's what we call them when they do well in society.
Or if they're animated.
Also that, and also doing well in society as well as being animated.
Anyway, she wanted an Asian American actor to voice the character, so she's going to be there in some capacity
as like a mentor, I guess, for this voice actor.
I know. I mean, like, she's gonna do a voice of something else.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't think she. I feel like that would kind of go against the premise.
Yeah.
Of like, I think we should do this authentically, but I'm going to hang around them and tell them what to do.
I think like there's probably some tips to be had if they're just sitting at the corner of this recording studio, going like smoking a cigarette and going like, "That's not how Jubilee sounds, girl."
I think this is sounding like less and less progressive as it goes on.
No, it is like. I think there's a real kind of interesting blend here of like having like the original sort of like herbs and spices, if you will, but also bringing something new to the table.
Speaking of new, there's a bunch of new voice actors they've brought in.
Yeah,
a lot of them from video game stuff.
Is Troy Baker there?
No, but Jennifer Hale is. And for those who don't know, Hale is in a million. She's a great voice actress. She voiced Mary Jane in Spider-Man Unlimited. Yeah, she voiced Carol Danvers in Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Sweet.
She's in the Metal Gear Solid game. She's Black Cat on the PS1 Spider-Man game. She also plays Rogue in some of the X-Men games. And funnily enough,
Sorry? X-Men games? How many games are there? Actually, I don't know.
Are you serious?
I know there's the one that like, what's his name? Alan Cumming got like kicked out of like the X-Men series for.
Well,
that's the only thing I know about the X-Men games.
There's like 20 X-Men games. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just didn't know that of this at all. I'm just like,
where do you think I get all the music for like our episodes? They're pretty much all X-Men.
I thought you were making them yourself. To be honest, you said like a keyboard somewhere, and you were just like hammering out these cool themes, and I'm like, God damn.
No, there's a fuckload of X-Men arcade games, SNES games.
Okay, yeah.
Sega, Genesis, PS2, PS1.
Okay, I didn't know what the PS2 and PS1.
There's the X-Men, X-Men Legends games. Do you remember those? They're like the precursor to Ultimate Alliance, so they're like you control like 4 characters, and they were really hype.
What I'm realizing about me is that I don't think I know what's going on in society.
You're a fake nerd, is what you are.
I don't claim to be a nerd.
Oh, you're a jock.
Yeah, I don't. I don't never deign to stoop to your level, nerd.
See, this is the thing, right? When I was a kid, I would not be able to berate someone for not knowing about how many X-Men games there are.
Yeah,
but times have changed.
I never thought in my day that I'd be berated for such knowledge.
I remember a girl I didn't know making fun of me because she realized I went to a comic store and bought an X-Men comic,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, you read comics. It's like super awkward and embarrassing. And then, well, I was gonna say look at me now, but look at me
Bet
now.
she regrets it now.
Yeah, I bet she yeah.
Bet she's listening to this podcast right now and she's going, I wish I'd fuck that guy.
Anyway, she also played Samus in
Is this
Metroid Prime.
the girl in high school who like judged you for buying the X-Men comic? Or, like,
No, that would be more upsetting.
It's like the rest of the cast is just like people who didn't like you in high school.
Remember when you said that there wasn't enough to talk about for this episode? You're like, I don't know if I have like a lot to say for this episode.
Well, is this? I don't think it's contributing to conversation.
Oh yeah, but we're still time. Do you think we ever talk about anything in this show?
No, that's true.
We got Jeff Bennett is on the
Like,
cast.
I thought you said Jeff Bezos.
No, Jeff Bennett. Best known for playing Gary the Tower Attendant in Leisure Suit Larry 6, Shape Up or Slip Out.
Oh yeah, that iconic role.
No, I'm kind of fucking with you because this guy's actually been in loads of cool stuff. He's been in Fallout, a bunch of Star Wars games, did English dub work for Studio Ghibli.
Sweet.
He's Choose Goose in Adventure Time.
Oh, fucking Choose Goose.
And he is in Batman Beyond. He is Shocker in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh shit.
Who is also like Montana. I don't know if you remember that. Like anyway,
I've
he becomes
forgotten
Shocker.
a lot of Spectacular Spider-Man. Tragic.
Anyway, somehow he played both Arnie and Jerry Seinfeld in Pinky and the Brain.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I did not think the Jerry Seinfeld parody would turn up in Pinky and the Brain, but I guess
It's fucking Animaniacs. Of course it would.
And also, he is the voice of Johnny Bravo. So Johnny Bravo confirmed for X-Men 97 is what we're seeing.
Why didn't you lead with that?
And because I had to tell you about Gary the Tower Attendant.
Fair point.
We've also got Ray Chase, who does like loads of dubbing for anime like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball Super, where he plays Tien and Oolong. Do you remember Oolong?
I remember Tien, but not Oolong.
Oolong's the pig. The pig that like is always is like a huge perv. Well, I mean, I've only watched Dragon Ball, and he's a huge perv in that.
I feel like saying so a character's a huge perv in Dragon Ball doesn't really narrow it down at all.
No, but he is the most pervy character in Dragon Ball.
More than Master Roshi. What's that? Head scratcher. Because
I think he's like maybe a less chaotic perv.
Oh, so he's like a
he's not
evil perv.
He's not shooting blood out of his nose every time he sees an ass, but he is like constantly after Bulma in an inappropriate way. Yeah, Oolong is over party. Hashtag cancel Oolong.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's also Puri prisoner in One Punch Man, which for anyone who has watched or read One Punch Man is also an insane pervy character. And loads of games like Death Stranding, Borderlands, Ultimate Alliance 3.
Who's in
Fallout
Borderlands?
Games. I don't know. I'm not going to know all these. I don't.
You should stop this podcast and look it up right now.
No, I do not. My brain is not IMDb. I'll tell you right now.
Well, that's news to me.
And as far as the X-Men 97, my thought was like, okay, where did that show end?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I don't think I watched the whole show. I watched a bunch of it when I was a kid, but I don't know. I didn't finish it.
I don't think I had the attention span to handle 2 cartoons at once.
I looked it up, and I mean, I guess spoilers. The last episode in 97 was Professor X gets some like horrible condition because like a machine explodes and shoots all this energy at him, and he's all fucked up. And then the show ends with him going to space with Lilandra from the Shi'ar Empire. And she's like, let's go find a cure for that. And then they go into space.
And he died on his way back to his home planet.
What, Earth?
Yeah. So it's a cliffhanger.
I guess it's a cliffhanger, but like more like... The thing is with that show is they did 5 seasons, and I feel like they covered a fucking load of X-Men stories. Like they managed to do like Dark Phoenix stuff, they did Apocalypse, they did Mr. Sinister, they did stuff that the movies never even touched. And in more detail, there was a lot of comic adaptation stuff. This announcement has made me want to go back to it. And I guess it'll be nice to watch a 90s cartoon where I don't have to, like, you know,
make extensive notes.
Yeah, or like watch one episode per podcast episode. I can just like sit there on a Sunday and watch a bunch of them.
Yeah. Like cartoons, how they were meant to be consumed.
Everyone make a podcast about this.
Yeah. What's enjoyment?
What do you remember of that show? Like, are you excited about watching it again, or will you skip this? I don't know if you're interested.
I didn't really like watch a lot of the X-Men show, to be honest.
Right.
It's one of those things where I'm like, this theme song is rad,
Yeah.
and then I get like distracted like 10 minutes in and be like, this is cool, but squirrel or something.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching it again because I want to go back through, and this is just an excuse to do it.
I'm kind of there with you. I'm happy to just go through and be like, oh, this stuff is rad.
So we watched like a random episode.
Where the kangaroo was there.
Yeah, and the kangaroo turned up, which was just so
If he turns up in this.
Like, yeah, bring the kangaroo
He's
back.
like part of the main cast.
My first thought is, why not Spider-Man 98? And not instead, but like, if anything, if this goes well, why not do Spider-Man 98? Because I feel like maybe...
Because I feel like there's one voice actor who you'd want who is not here anymore.
Who?
Ed Asner.
Oh. Shit.
I feel like...
That's such a distinctive... I mean...
Yeah. I think...
maybe they would recast. I don't know.
Yeah. And I guess like you had to recast War Machine as well. And then like...
Well, War Machine was like one cameo episode out of 65, though, right?
But yeah.
So I don't know about that, but like, yeah, the Ed Asner thing is like it because he's in like almost every episode,
and he's such a distinctive voice, and he's such like a big part of that show.
Here's a question:
because I guess J.K. Simmons would be in theory open to that.
Well, because they recast the person who voiced Aunt May mid-show
because she like died halfway through, didn't she?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, here's the other thing. Roscoe Lee Brown died in 2007, and that's the voice of
Kingpin, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's such a good Kingpin. So I get maybe those are the two things that are like really knocking back because those are such fantastic voice work that those two actors did that I feel like I don't know if you can replicate it, but maybe you bring it back right, and then you just don't do JJ and you don't do Kingpin.
That's what the Amazing Spider-Man series did.
Yeah, I guess. And because the ending of this show, the 94 Spider-Man show, is like kind of, it's very open-ended. I'd say way more open-ended than the ending of the X-Men one.
Yeah.
And you really just need to reunite Peter Parker and Mary Jane and Madam Web, I guess.
Yeah, the one thing this show needs is more Madam Web.
I mean, she kind of has to have like one voice, I guess. One line or something, right?
She would have been really good Madam Web.
Oh, wait, no.
Who's also passed away is Jessica Walter. I think she made a really good Madam Web. Yeah, like, I think the reason that it's not going to be like a Spider-Man 98 is because it's going to make everyone really sad. But on a positive point, I'm kind of glad there's not going to be like an Spider-Man 98. Because if there was a Spider-Man 98, like, continuation, we'd have to keep, like, covering the show. And you don't have to worry about this, but at some point, I'd have to try and get laid. And, like, getting into my 40s and being like, yeah, I'm still covering Spider-Man anime series. Because they won't fucking end.
Well, I mean, that's all presuming that it's, like, cool you doing it now.
I've got time to return it around.
I don't know.
Not much time, but...
I think it's already fucked up, man. It's already done.
I might as well just like really lean into it.
Like you can be 50 and then someone will be like, remember when you did that podcast on the Spider-Man cartoon?
Remember, it was 2 days ago.
Yeah. We're on Spider-Man 2008 now.
Yeah.
But like if they could do a mini series maybe. The other thing is that Madam Web was voiced by Joan Lee, who has also passed away.
Yeah.
I don't know, it depends. Like I don't know how people feel about like getting different voices for characters when people pass away. But also like anything can happen in that last season, right? Like whatever they want, because it involved walking into a portal and being like, what's gonna happen?
Shit was just happening.
And it can be like it can just be like a mix of whatever they want to do. Like, I feel like maybe X-Men 97 has more room to, like, keep going, I guess.
And I think, like, if you're going to reboot a Spider-Man series, a cartoon, I don't know if Spider-Man anime series would be the one you'd reboot. I feel like Spectacular Spider-Man feels like a more obvious choice.
Yeah, I suppose they could just go Spectacular Spider-Man Season 3.
Yeah. I think that makes more sense from a Disney exec, because
it makes more sense, but the problem is, right, they're doing freshman year, which is also teenage Spider-Man, so like what's the incentive of doing another Spider-Man show?
Yeah.
Whereas the 97 thing can be a nostalgia thing that they can do in 2024 once they figure out whether people like the X-Men one or not.
And like I feel like Disney aren't above like pandering to nostalgia. Let's say that.
Speaking of pandering to nostalgia, should we talk about No Way Home?
That was an incredible segue. Yes, we will. Alright, gang, that's all we got time for this time around. We've been talking about the news that's come around with X-Men 97 and Spider-Man Freshman Year. But tune in next time when we're going to be talking about that Spider-Man movie coming out. Something like, I think No Way Home? That's the one? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. See you then!
X-Men.